In this one quick video, I'm going to show you closed captions in 3 ways. I'm going to show you how to do closed captions in Google Meet, closed captions in Google Slides, and then finally in Zoom as well. So I'm in a Meet right now. It's just me, obviously. Ideally, you can do it with students. But the most important thing to remember when it comes to closed captions in Google Meet is that the students are the ones that are going to need to press this turn on captions button towards the bottom right part of the screen. So once they click that, one thing that they're going to notice is the space to kind of see the video. I know it's just my camera's off, it's just my picture up there, but their space to view that is going to shrink a little bit. In some cases, it will be worth it to have the benefit of seeing your words as you speak them on their screen. But if if they ever feel like the video is too small, they can always turn captions off and go back to just hearing you. But it is an option there, and a really good one at that. Find it pretty accurate. Next thing I want to show you is how to do closed captions in Google Slides. What's kind of nice about this is, let's just say, for example, I wanted my students who are in person with me and my remote students to see the closed captions on the Google Slides, right? Best for both sets of kids. I'm just gonna, for the sake of this example, share this tab with my non-existent students in that Google Meet. So now my students my remote students in theory could see this, but let's just say, and this would work even if you weren't in a Google Meet. I'm gonna present these, I'm gonna put these, up on my board for my in-person students to see as well. All you have to do to turn on closed captions when you're using Google Slides is to click this button, the captions button right here. You do actually have a couple of things you can kind of customize if you hit that little drop down. Do that again, it disappeared on me. You can set the text position to be top or bottom, and you can set text size to be anything from extra large all the way down to small. So it's kind of nice. And again, if you're using Google Slides, and you don't want students to sacrifice some of that screen space to see your closed captions within Google Meet, absolutely just turn them on right here in Google Slides, because your in-person students and your remote students will benefit. Next, I'm going to show you how you can use this or do this in Zoom. So here's how this would look in Zoom. I'm logged into Zoom right now. I'm going to come over here to settings, and then there are so many settings. What I find easier is I actually on my keyboard hit Control F, and I just type in transcript or transcription, because that's what I'm looking for. So for a while, some people were sort of a little discouraged because Zoom didn't have built-in closed captioning. You kind of had to use this third-party service. But what you can do is you can check off Enable Live Transcription Service to show transcript on the side panel in Meeting. And once closed captions is turned on and you have that checked off, I'm going to jump into a Zoom and show you what that looks like. So once you've done that in your settings and you're in a Zoom with your students, you'll notice this live transcript button that you can click, and you're going to click Enable Auto Transcription, and you'll see your words start to pop up on the bottom of the screen, and so will students. They don't have to click anything, just you for this point. Get this. One thing I do want to note is that this little up arrow, you can hide the subtitle, view the full transcript. Oops, sorry, my dog is on my lap and just made me made me click that. Okay, so that's how you view the whole transcript. And you can also go to subtitle settings and change the size, for example. But that's only going to be the size on your end. So if the students wanted to see it bigger, that's something that they would have to explore on their end. Using their Chromebook, which I don't believe they have the ability to change the size of their subtitles, but they can also view the full transcript of the Zoom, and they can hide the subtitles if needed. It's not like Google Meet where that video gets a little bit smaller when they turn closed captions on, so there's probably no need for them to hide the subtitles in that sense. But that is an option for them. So that's just a little overview of how to use closed captions, whether you use Google Meet, Google Slides, or Zoom. I hope that was helpful.